So there was a video where a woman was talking about going no contact with her mom and how painful it is. And I replied, I can understand the pain that I went no contact with my dad and it was hard. And then somebody replied this: I'm not deliberately hurting my dad. Well, my dad is no longer with us now. He passed away about 5 years ago, but I never deliberately hurt him. Let me put some stuff out here. My dad was physically abusive to both me and my mom. When I was 5 months old, he was mad at my mom, so he bit me and left a full set of teeth imprints on my arm. My dad was never allowed to see me unsupervised. Visitation was with my grandparents, not with him. My grandfather, his dad, one time told me that my dad was not to or that my mom was not to blame for what happened with her and my dad, that it was my dad's fault. My uncle, his brother, one time said my dad should have never been a parent. My dad abandoned me. My dad would only show up once or twice every few years just to cause problems. When my uncle passed away, the day after he passed away, my grandfather was having a feeding tube put in. My grandmother had a heart attack. I lived in Florida, an hour away from my dad. I drove back that night, the overnight, as soon as I heard my uncle had passed away, to be with my grandparents. He couldn't be bothered to come up here. I got to Kentucky. My grandmother was in one floor of the hospital. My grandfather was on another floor of the hospital, and I was the one left to plan a funeral. My dad flew up from here, came to the hospital, wouldn't even be bothered to go up to see his dad. And I had to go up, take care of my grandfather. I had to send my grandfather to a nursing home after I'd promised him I would never send him to a nursing home. And then I had to go to the nursing home and tell my grandfather that his son had passed away because my dad wouldn't do it. There are so many things I could say about my dad and my dad's relationship, but I do know my dad knows that he did me wrong, because when he realized that he was dying, he started making phone calls to me to tell me he was sorry for how he treated me, to tell me that my mom was a good woman and she did a good job raising me. He wanted to make amends once it was too late. I never deliberately meant to hurt my dad. I did no contact to protect myself, my heart, my kids. Going no contact with somebody is not easy. It's not something to be taken lightly, and it's not meant to punish that other person. And yes, it did help.